This is News Always On. I'm Kessyl. President Trump has cancelled the June 12th summit meeting with Kim Jong-un. He cited tremendous anger from the North Korean side. Mr. Trump said it would be inappropriate to hold the summit as scheduled in Singapore. Mr. Trump said in a letter to Mr. Kim, he was very much looking forward to meeting him someday. He also said, "I was very much looking forward to be there with you. Sadly, based on the tremendous anger and open hostility displayed in your most recent statement, I feel it is inappropriate at this time to have the long-planned meeting. You talk about your nuclear capabilities, but ours are so massive and powerful that I pray to God they'll never have to be used." Let us see the letter right here. Here we'll see a video where the Secretary of State Mike Pompeo began a hearing before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee on Thursday by reading a letter by President Donald Trump addressed to North Korea's Kim Jong-un, canceling a planned June 12th summit.
The President asked that I begin this hearing today by reading a letter that the State Department recently transmitted to Chairman Kim and North Korea. The letter is to Chairman Kim Jong-un, Chairman of the State Affairs Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and it reads as follows. Dear Mr. Chairman, we greatly appreciate your time, patience, and effort with respect to our recent negotiations and discussions relative to a summit long sought by both parties, which was scheduled to take place on June 12th in Singapore. We were informed that the meeting was requested by North Korea, but that to us is totally irrelevant. I was very much looking forward to being there with you. Sadly, based on the tremendous anger and open hostility displayed in your most recent statement, I feel it is appropriate at this time to have this long-planned meeting, or inappropriate, excuse me. I feel it is inappropriate at this time to have this long-planned meeting. Therefore, please let this letter serve to represent that the Singapore summit, for the good of both parties, but to the detriment of the world, will not take place. You talk about your nuclear capabilities, but ours are so massive and powerful that I pray to God they will never have to be used. I felt that a wonderful dialogue was building up between you and me, and ultimately is only that dialogue that matters. Someday, I look very much forward to meeting you. In the meantime, I want to thank you for the release of the hostages who are now home with their families. That was a beautiful gesture and was very much appreciated. If you change your mind having to do with this important summit, please do not hesitate to call me or write. The world, and North Korea in particular, has lost a great opportunity for lasting peace and great prosperity and wealth. This missed opportunity is a truly sad moment in history. Sincerely yours, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. The art of diplomacy is a lot harder than the art of the deal. The reality is that it's pretty amazing that the administration might be shocked that North Korea is acting as North Korea might very well normally act. And while we applaud robust diplomatic efforts to try to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula, many of us were deeply concerned that the lack of deep preparation that is necessary before such a summit is even agreed to was not taking place. And now we see the consequences of that. And I'm not sure that constantly quoting the Libya model is the diplomatic way to try to get to the results that we seek in North Korea, because that didn't work out too well for Gaddafi.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said he was deeply concerned by the cancellation of the summit between US President Donald Trump and North Korea's Kim Jong-un. Let us hear what he has to say.
I am deeply concerned by the cancellation of the planned meeting in Singapore between the President of the United States and the leader of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. and I urge the parties to continue their dialogue, to find a path to the peaceful and verifiable denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. And I welcome all actions by the European Union and others to work with Iran to preserve the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action.
On today, North Korean official Choi Soon-hui dismissed remarks by U.S. Vice President Mike Pence, calling him a, quote, political dummy, when he said North Korea might end like Libya if they don't come to the bargaining table. Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi was killed by rebels in 2011 after renouncing nuclear weapons 8 years earlier. Choi, who has been involved with several diplomatic interactions with the U.S. over the past decade, said the North would not, quote, beg for dialogue and warned of a nuclear showdown if diplomacy failed. Earlier in the day, North Korea made a public show of destroying its nuclear testing grounds, but the country's weapons program remains intact. Choi once in a statement saying, quote, "We can also make the U.S. taste an appalling tragedy it has neither experienced nor even imagined up to now." Thanks for watching. For more news update, you can subscribe to our channel. Till next time.